Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You are watching EXPOZ. Today, December 7, 2010, and it's 12:26 a.m. in greater Birmingham, Alabama. So let's get right on to the subject. I'm going to have to read a little bit. The topic, what's hidden in the tropics? Now, when I mention tropics, you sort of think of vacation. You know, a nice place to go and relax. That's what I'm talking about. What's hidden in the tropics. When you vacation, when you go to a tropical island, you stay on the beach, of course. You stay in close proximity to the beach. And you see everything from, within a few streets of the beach back and on toward the beach, which is what you're looking for. Is a beautiful paradise. It's 4-star motels, hotels, and places to stay. And it's what you're looking for. It's the tropics. It's a relaxation. It's a time of peace. It's a time to just get out and snorkel in absolute blue waters and have a great time. But what you don't know is what's hidden in the tropics that will scare the daylights out of you. And I will tell you. And I cannot be specific, but there are many tropical islands in the Caribbean. You know that. And I'm talking about Acapulco, even Mexico. And when you go to any number, you got all these islands on the outskirts of South America. You have, you have Belize, you have all the way down to Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. You have all these, Cancun, back on further up toward America. You just circle the islands. You circle South America, and you see nothing but beauty, really. But let me tell you what's just right over that next little ridge. It's people that are starving. You have all the food you want on your vacation, and you pay dearly for it. You pay hundreds to thousands of dollars for a week's vacation of 4. And here's there's kind of what you see when you go a little farther back, and then a little more, and then a little more. Here, what you do, I need to try to get this moving quicker, and I apologize about that. What you see is what they want you to see. What you don't see is, of course, what is hidden from you. You see the beautiful hotels, the abundance of food, the beaches, all the nice shops that you can visit and go in. But what you don't see are the third world conditions in that very town you're in. And when I say third world conditions, I'm talking about food shortages. I'm talking about poverty, little to no shelter. In other words, you can see all the way through their shanties, all the way through their little houses they have. You have high crime. You have children living on the streets, especially in Brazil. The deeper you go into this country, the worse it gets. Children living on the street is a horrible thing, but it gets much worse. The deeper you go into the country, the worse. You run into to kidnapping. You're liable to be kidnapped and you're going to be held as a ransom. Fighting. You may end up trying to fight your way out, but you won't get out. I'll be up front with you about that. Slavery. Extreme poverty where no water, lights, houses, or huts that you can see through. This is it. This is it. They have lean-tos. They have sheets of tin. You know, you're in a third world country. You're in below a third world country. And this is a whole new world in almost every country. And as bad as I hate to say this, including the U.S. of A. That's right. You go down and you stay along the California coast. You stay and eat at the Pebble Beach Country Club. But you know what? An hour away, you'll run into illegal Mexicans on national park land growing marijuana, and they'll shoot you on sight. Telling you the truth. The world is like a coin. There are two sides. The head, the one they show you, and the tail, the one they hide from you. And it's sad to venture off the beaten path will put your life in danger. Used to, it was, people wanted to go and explore. Not anymore, you don't do that. South America, Mexico, Africa, Pakistan, India, Turkey, of course Iran, Libya, the Eastern Bloc countries, Poland, Czech Republic, Romania. You see what they want you to see. If you venture on the next street or two back, then you're on your own. If you survive, you're lucky. The Far East, China, Vietnam, Thailand. It's easier, really, it's far easier to name the free countries than it is the countries that are under assault. Because there are so many far fewer free countries where you really won't get into this kind of mess. But I want you to understand that when you're on this paradise vacation, 1 mile from where you are, you have children that are hungry. You have families that are living on the streets. You have families that don't even have a shelter. The government is holding food from them to keep them hostage and keep them as slaves. All the direction, as I named about 2 of my blogs back, all the direction, it's like herding cattle. You herd them in a wide area, and slowly you narrow that gap that they're going through. And when they go through a gap that's just 3 or 4 feet wide, you're pinned. They got you. And that's what's happening in these countries. These countries are in tremendous trouble. They take the help that is sent to them, but they do not disperse the help. They keep it because it's a rogue government that wants to take them over and come in compliance and alliance with a third world movement to form a one world government. Jody Wolf, EXPOZ.